Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Matt Cromer. Being a combat medic is difficult enough without language barriers and foreign procedures. But throw a helicopter in the mix and you have a real challenge on your hands. Air Force Staff Sergeant Isaac Garden takes you to Suwon Air Base for a joint training you won't want to miss out on.
The Army Enlisted Medical Corps has been training combat medics and dropping them into dangerous places for 129 years. And for some, that could be the most rewarding part of the job. Here in Korea, soldiers in the Combat Medic MOS have the opportunity to share training experiences as well as tactics and procedures with their Korean counterparts.
The exercise today began with our QRF responding to a base attack, which resulted in a mass casualty and then culminated with a medevac operation. It was a combined effort throughout each phase, which allowed both 652 ADA and 10th Fighter Wing to rehearse force protection measures and life-saving procedures during contingency operations.
Training alongside a foreign service may be difficult, but it also broadens one's perspective and bridges gaps in communication.
I thought this exercise went well. It was a success. The 10th Fighter Wings came and supported. The medics did phenomenal, just exactly how they did, from the training. I had no issue with the communications. We had all the equipment we need, and we had all the supports we need. So overall, I think it was a big success.
These types of exercises allow soldiers to get familiar with their equipment, the soldier standing next to them, and also prepares them for life on the battlefield.
Right foot amputation, we pushed ketamine.
I noticed that my soldiers, they never even seen a helicopter. I was happy to see that they could train up on that and learn how to load patients. When I was in Afghanistan, we worked on a flight line very similar to this, except I had access to it. We had a lot of incoming, and we had patients that had giant scrapes on their face from the rotors. So I'm glad they were able to learn this so that they don't have dangers in the future.
When in operation mode, dangers from your own equipment should be your last worry. And this training is the first step in that direction. I'm Air Force Staff Sergeant Isaac Garden from Suwon Air Base, Korea.
The Army Combat Medic plays a pivotal role in a squad. One medic could be responsible for up to 40 or 50 soldiers in a combat arms unit. Actions speak louder than words. Katusa Corporal Kim Tae-hoon follows a sailor who's devoting himself to become one of many steps toward the change in his community.
Every Friday, when other people make plans for their weekend with family and friends, Petty Officer First Class Brendan Simmons goes down to the soup kitchen to lend a helping hand.
I just love giving back to the community. It's been a thing I've been doing ever since I joined the military. Giving back really makes me feel good at the end of the day.
The program, Volunteer for PLUR, which stands for Peace, Love, Unity and Respect, lives up to its name through the spirit of its volunteers.
We do this every Friday. We also have an opportunity to work with school-age children, helping them with English, hang out with them for about an hour and a half.
The soup kitchen serves 200 people in the community every day. Katusa Corporal Kim Tae-hoon, Yongsan, Korea.
For more information about volunteering, check out the Volunteer for PLUR Facebook page. Airmen often want to become part of something greater than themselves. Sergeant A.J. Bate introduces us to an airman who has come a long way and continues to have a long way to go to accomplish his goals.
As a boy growing up in Kenya, Michael Zhao loved three very important things: his family, going to school, and the idea of someday being a pilot.
I've always been obsessed with flying, so the military gave me a great opportunity to do that as well as serve my country.
And by my country, now Airman First Class Michael Zhao means the United States of America.
When I first joined the enlisted military 2 years ago, I was not a citizen. But now that I've been in for 2 years, I was able to gain my citizenship and as well as further my education.
Michael's goal is to finish his degree and become a U.S. Air Force pilot. For now, he's using his time and skill as a power production journeyman to serve the entire base, and he's even had a chance to make a huge impact on the lives of the people he plans to fly with.
A few months ago, one of the planes had an in-flight emergency during a very stormy day. It missed the first cable system that we had set up that most planes normally pick up, and instead picked up the E5 cable system.
His job is to repair and maintain the 4 barrier systems, which serve to prevent planes from crashing and save pilots' lives.
At the end of the day, it's rather save the pilot's life than the plane, because the plane is just a piece of equipment that can be replaced. So a pilot's life is worth way more than a plane ever could.
Sometimes what really matters is making a difference while pursuing your goals, just like this U.S. Airman who is following his dreams. Sergeant A.J. Bate, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Michael Najah immigrated to the United States when he was 8 years old in 2002. His main goal is to become a fighter pilot for the U.S. Air Force. Being away from your home can be hard, and having unfamiliar food doesn't help. There is one person who gives you a taste of home by bringing you New York-style food to Korea.
In Yeongseong, there is a former Republic of Korea Army soldier who serves New York-style pizza to local Americans so they can enjoy a taste of home.
I'm the co-owner of Gino's Pizza, and we serve many Americans who miss the pizza back home. It feels quite nice serving the U.S. military members because I used to be a ranger and instructor in the ROK Army. While I was in the military, I got the privilege to meet different people and go to different places. Those experiences gave me the desire to open this restaurant because I know what it feels like to be away from what's familiar.
Not only is the food reminiscent of home, the interior of the restaurant has the feel of a pizza joint in New York City.
I know that it is really nice to have a taste of home when you are stationed abroad, and I hope that I can give people the feeling of being home while they're in Korea.
Army Sergeant Matt Cromer, Yeongseong-gu, Korea.
Kim Yu-sung got out of the ROK Army in 2007. It may be uneasy for some to take a step out into the new world, but reliable assistance can make it an awesome journey.
Yes, we do have a comprehensive...
Soldiers who are thinking of putting a period to their military career join up for TAP, otherwise known as the Transition Assistance Program. This program offers helpful training, such as resume seminars and business classes for their post-service life.
Okay, we've gone around so far.
The overall TAP program is a soldier life cycle, which means that once you enter into the Army, then you are also beginning to prepare for your eventual reintegration into society and the civilian workforce. So we are very favorable to those that want to stay in, because eventually you're going to get out anyway. So
TAP is a commander's program where unit commanders and staff help soldiers move forward with TAP progress.
I would encourage people to fully take advantage of the program because it's a lot more to it than you think. So when I came in, I had a very shallow perception of what the SFL TAP was going to be based on people who've done it years ago, and it's obviously been completely revamped. So I'm very, very happy that I've been doing this.
Army Sergeant Ryan Sharp, Yeongseong, Korea.
Transition Assistance Program are open to military service members and spouses of all branches. Every mission has a few setbacks. Katusha Private Lee Jin Woo tells us about a group of soldiers who trained to keep the mission on track.
So we're going to have you guys gone through.
Learning something is one thing, and executing it is another. Soldiers from 106th Veterinary Detachment, along with 65th Medical Brigade, participate in a refresher course on how to evacuate a casualty.
For this particular operation, we wanted them to know how to evacuate buddy care. So if they needed to help evacuate a casualty, so they're ready to do that now.
Line 7, Alpha, break.
This is, sort of a new experience for a lot of our guys, and we're trying to enhance their familiarity with all this equipment.
Small teams carefully secure their patients to a litter and carry them to a nearby air support vehicle for safe and quick evacuation. This exercise helps the team build up their ability to rescue fallen comrades in any situation that can happen on the battlefield.
It's good for everyone to know how to approach a helicopter, how to be able to load a patient or anyone into a helicopter.
Katusha Private Lee Jin Woo, Camp Casey, Korea.
Veterinary units could also use an air support vehicle to transport military working dogs injured in action. That was your Around the Peninsula for this week. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.